Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali. And his guys are going to take over at 30. One-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT. Escaping the pressure right. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. And, Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also...
And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's good. That doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Great play there off the end. Question, Charles, in a 4-3, you hear about the D tackles a lot. What's the role of the ends?
What they want to do is control the edges of the defense. And you always hear about an offense talking about setting the edge in the running game. Well, the defense wants to do exactly the same thing. In the defensive end, often against an offensive tackle, sometimes a tight end, they can't let themselves get hooked and let a running back get outside, because if they do that, that hurts the integrity of the defense overall.
My man, the encyclopedia. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's got him over the middle. Fedorowicz. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on fourth down. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit. They're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. They'll look to throw here. They'll buy some time right. It's caught. Jones. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it's second down.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. Room here to run. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And he's going to first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Coney Ely in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016. They'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Coney Ely in there. To get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. A reminder coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. Then they... So out come the Falcons now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
He's got a man, complete. 30 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Falcons a first down.
We talk about mobility.